Okay, so here's a quick video explaining your warm-up. If you have any questions, the first 5 problems are asking you to determine what the slope is. So this is question 1. And if we're determining the slope, we're using the equation that says y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so your first step needs to be to identify which ordered pairs are going to be your x1, y1, and which ones will be your x2, y2. So remember, every ordered pair has both an x value and a y value, and this was the most common mistake on your last quiz. So that's why we're reviewing it again. Okay, so we've got x2 and y2. So now the slope for this particular problem, we would say y2 minus y1. So we have 20 minus 8 divided by x2 minus x1, negative 20 minus a negative 19. Okay, 20 minus 8 is a positive 12. Negative 20 minus a negative 19 would be negative 20 plus 19, or negative 1. Now, negative 12 divided by negative 1 is simply negative 12. So our slope would be a negative 12 here. Okay. The next set of questions is asking you to write the equation through 2 points. Well, in order to write the equation through 2 points, you must know your slope, because we have to use the equation that says y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so we have a y1, we have an x1, and we have a slope, or we need to find the slope. Okay, and we can easily do that because we have 2 ordered pairs. So our slope, again, is going to be our y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so we just need to notate what is what. So this ordered pair we're going to let be our x1, y1, and this ordered pair we're going to let be our x2, y2. So now we would substitute our given values in. So we have 3 minus a negative 1 divided by negative 3 minus 0. Well, 3 minus a negative 1 is 3 plus 1. And negative 3 minus 0 is negative 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4 over negative 3. So our slope would be a negative 4/3. Okay, guys, so this is your m. Okay, so now we're going to use this equation, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, I'm going to use this set of ordered pairs simply because I've already notated it as x1, y1. It doesn't matter which set I use, as long as I just use the x and y value of one given set. Okay, so now if I substitute my information in, I have y minus a negative 1 equals, my slope is negative 4/3 times x minus 0. Okay, I'm just using these ordered pairs. This is my x1 and this is my y1. Now I'm going to simplify. Y minus a negative 1 is y plus 1. I'm going to distribute this negative 4/3 throughout. So I have negative 4/3 x, and negative 4/3 times 0 is simply 0. So I have y plus 1 equals negative 4/3 x. Now I'm going to subtract 1 from each side. I can't take 1 from negative 4/3 x. It's not 1x. So I'm left with y is equal to negative 4/3 x minus 1. And that would be my answer to the question that says, what is the equation of a line that would go through those 2 ordered pairs? If I happen to choose negative 3, 3, you're going to get the same answer. So I have y minus 1 equals m times x minus x1. If I substitute negative 4/3 in for my slope, and a negative 3 for my x1, and a positive 3 for my y1, I have y minus 3 equals negative 4/3 times x plus 3. Okay, now if I distribute negative 4/3 x plus negative 4/3 times 3. and this equals y minus 3. Well, negative 4/3 times 3, those cancel. So I'm left with y minus 3 equals negative 4/3 x minus 4. And if I added 3 to both sides, I get the exact same answer as I got with using the other ordered pair. So I have y equals negative 4/3 x minus 1. Okay, it doesn't matter which ordered pair you use. If you do the math correctly, you will get the right answer. Okay. The last 5 questions are asking you to write the equation of a line perpendicular to a given line through a given point. Okay, so in this particular one, I'm asked to write the equation of a line perpendicular to y equals negative 2x plus 1. Well, what I know about perpendicular lines are that slopes are opposite reciprocals. Okay, so if slopes are opposite reciprocals, I have everything I need to know. Right now, I can see that my slope of this line is negative 2. So a slope of a line that's perpendicular to this would have a slope equal to positive 1/2. Okay, so I have a slope of positive 1/2, and I have an x1 of negative 2 and a y1 of positive 2. So I'm going to use the same equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. I'm going to substitute my information in. So I have 1/2 for my slope. I have a negative 2 for my x1. And I have a 2 for my y1. Now I'm going to simplify. So I have y minus 2 equals 1/2 times x plus 2. Remember, minus a negative is the same as a positive, so we have an addition here. Now I can distribute. So if I distribute, I have 1/2 x plus 1/2 times 2. Well, 1/2 times 2, those cancel, which leaves me with just a 1 here. So I have y minus 2 equals 1/2 x plus 1. Now if I add 2 to both sides, I get y equals 1/2 x plus 3. And that would be the answer to this equation. Okay, you just need to practice with your slopes. So the answers for these are posted on Schoology. Make sure that you compare your work or your answers with those that are posted. Thank you.